Alright, YouTube, want to give everybody a quick update on what's going on with my Mariner 4. I finished up some of the customizations. I finally took the back piece, and I thought it looked better when I spin it around. And a friend online recommended adding some molding so that things wouldn't slide off, and that for the time being I figured this pipe insulation, which is pretty much stuck in there, would suffice. Maybe that'll make him happy. Decided to just hook the anchor up right here on the grab line, and got some going back. I decided to just use that battery bag in the back for my anchor. You'll see my seat. Also, what you're noticing in here is what I decided to do is I still have the original slatted floor in the boat, and I custom cut 1/4 inch hardwood ply, thinking that that may help distribute the weight a little bit better. So that's the wood floor that you see in there. I still have my custom made electronics mount sitting right there, and I actually have it hooked up. I'll show you how I ran the line for the fish finder here in a minute. It gets a little complicated, but we'll see how long it takes to load this up on the water. Hopefully I'll be able to get out tomorrow. Here's my motor, everything coming around this side. See my line dropping down. What I decided to do, I had an 1.25 inch, maybe this will help, 1.25 inch PVC. I decided to drop my cords down, run it through that 1.25 inch PVC all the way up to the front where the battery will be. It's charging up right now. I don't have it in the boat. So that's where the battery will be. You see my terminal ends coming out. I think that'll work well. If I like it, I guess I'll spray paint the PVC black also. I'm not quite sure what I'll do with the floors. I don't know if I'm going to go with, if I like the floors, I don't know if I'm going to go with a carpet or if I'm going to go with a paint. I was thinking of some paint and then adding some of those gritty strips to help for traction in the boat. But the floor is, like I said, it's 1/4 inch plywood. It weighs almost nothing, so I'll be able to load the boat, just the boat and the floor, not the motor, not the seat, not the electronics, not the mod up at the front. I should be able to load all that on top of my Blazer, tie it down with I should be able to tie it down to the top of the Blazer and get to where I'm wanting to go pretty easily. Have my gear rod, my gear holders a little bit more loaded up this time around. Got all my tackle in there. I like to fly fish, even if it's just for warm water, bass or crappie or bluegill. Bluegill is actually really fun on a 4 or 5 weight rod, which is what you see 2 of. One there, one there. I plan on trying to do some bluegill fly fishing tomorrow. Some little poppers on top of the water. It's actually quite fun. Some of the funner fly fishing I've done. And my little spinning and my bait caster rod there as always. So that seems to be a really good mod. The board cut with the milk crate, the pole holders on top. Seems like that's going to work out really well for me. Like I said, it was making use of completely wasted space. Had the battery underneath it, and with the bow of the boat, you couldn't do anything else anyhow. So added an extra zip tie, not zip tie, but bungee cord, just to get a little more stability. Here, and let's see, coming across the front of the boat, come down. I have that fish finder. That's what the little orange thing there is, and you see how the cord drops down to the handle of the boat. I have a zip tie just to keep it relatively in place, and that will help. It'll be easy for me to adjust how deep I need that sensor down there at the bottom to go. Like I said, with the handle, it won't be flying back and forth all over. It will remain relatively stable. Took the fish finder out on the boat the other day, and I was primarily using it for a depth gauge. It worked well. I found some surprising spots down in the local lake here by the house. So there's another look at one of my rods. I only have the first piece in. You don't see the whole thing, but a couple of my fly rods in. Back side of the electronics mount, there's my seat, everything, the board in the back. There was a 35-foot cable attached to the fish finder. For the moment, I just ran it up underneath that board, and it's all bundled up right there except for just a little bit to run up to the fish finder, which is what you see on the right. On the left is a music player that I found. It zips around your iPod, has a cable in there, and you can turn it on and off from the outside. Seems very well. Seems to be made very well. The sound on it is actually quite nice, so we're going to give that a try. It was less than $10. I think it was $8.99 at Walmart. So I picked it up just to give it a try. That's where we are right now. And weather willing, I'll be taking the boat out tomorrow exactly how you see it, and I will post a report afterwards. Thank you.